want to talk with you guys today about 3 ways that you can apply Neville Goddard's teachings. My name's Corinne, and if you have never heard of Neville Goddard before, then welcome. If you're a fan of Neville, welcome. He has coined the phrase, "the feeling is the secret." He has many books on how our mind is constantly creating our reality, and I'm sure you've heard this from other authors before. But the way Neville puts a spin on it, and he backs up with biblical quotes and interpretations, it really resonates with me. So if that's something you're interested in hearing about, stay tuned, hit the like button, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. Let me know what your favorite Neville Goddard book is or quote is. So let's dive right into this video. I'm so excited. I have been having a bit of a revelation in my understanding of Neville's teachings lately. And I have 3 things that I want to talk about, and they all relate to my new perspective on Neville Goddard. So most of us have all heard his term, "the feeling is the secret." But why is the feeling the secret? There's a few reasons. One, we're going to talk about that your inner being is your true self. So your inner being is always feeling, it's always receiving, it's always thinking, and from what it thinks about and identifies, a feeling happens. You know, if you get some bad news, you feel bad. If something great happens, you feel good. And how you are on your inner world is what is going to be expressed on your outer world. So there's 3 things that I wanted to look at, and one is that our inner being and us are one. Your inner being and yourself are one. So you are your inner being. How can you shift your identity from the person on the exterior to your true divine being, which is your inner self? I think that is the number 1 key shift that has to happen, is identifying you, knowing that you are that person inside of you, which is divine spirit. And that makes you a god. That makes you a goddess. Greater is he that is within us than he that is in the world. And I believe that to be true. Who we are on the inside is so greater than what the external is. Second thing I wanted to point out is that your imagination is your real self. My imagination is my real self. So when I imagine having a terrible day and this is going to happen and that's going to happen, and I already know I'm going to call them, they're not going to be ready, I am assuming that, I'm feeling it, and I am doing the dance with the universe to make that happen. Our imagination, with our assumption and that belief, wills things to us. And that is just the mystery of creation. And when you can understand that your imagination is your real self and that we are always creating, then I think that you can make the shift that I am a powerful, amazing being, and now it's time for me to be diligent and focus on what I desire and catch myself when I'm focusing on the things that I don't want to bring into my life. Okay? And then that brings me to my 3rd point. The outer man is an expression of the inner man. So rather than think about the world that you have to change, I have to do this, I have to do that, that's so external. Our real power lies within. That's not to be mistaken that you won't take action, set goals, and do what your heart desires on the external world, but the key is to make the shift within yourself first, to see in imagination what you desire to do, be, have, and feel that fulfilled. Give yourself that level of satisfaction of it being already done, because the inner man, or the inner woman, shall we say, has desires. And by withholding those desires, you are left with a feeling of emptiness and lack. And your inner world always reflects, your outer world always reflects what's happening on your inner world. The inner world mirrors on the outside what you are doing on the inside. So you have to give yourself the satisfaction of having what you want. And that is why the feeling is the secret. What I mean by that is, say you want to be in a wonderful romantic relationship, but you're constantly feeling the lack of not having, of being alone. You are radiating this feeling of lack. If you just in your imagination satisfied your soul's desire to be loved, to be cherished, to be thought of, to be a queen, to be someone's wonderful husband or wife, and to have that feeling of being desired, if you just gave that to your inner being, you are quenching the thirst and you get this feeling of satisfaction and fulfillment. And when your inner being feels satisfied, that is what it's going to reflect on the outside. And the law of reversibility says that when you are, one action creates another. So when you're feeling great, it brings it back. You know, what you radiate on the internal is what is going to be reflected on the external. And when we identify ourselves with that inner spirit, we take on our full true power, okay? That outer man is just a reflection of your inner man. So one key component is to satisfy your soul's yearning, your heart's desire within. And you don't have to have anything, because realize that we're always creating from the inside out. We're always creating from our mind. And if you are feeling fear, it doesn't mean that it's real. If you're feeling lack, it doesn't mean that it's real. It's just your perception at that time, and we create those feelings from within. So if there's something that you desire, we all have desires. Give it to yourself. Give it to yourself in imagination. On my next video, I'm going to show you, walk you through a very simple technique that you can use to feel yourself real into your desires. So I hope you enjoyed this video. A couple key points is identify with your inner being. Know that you and your inner being are one, that your imagination is real. It is your true self and you are always using it. Flip the script. Point your imagination in the direction that your heart desires. And also, the outer man is a reflection of the inner man. And when you can allow and to give your inner man that feeling of satisfaction, it radiates on the external world, and that is what is brought back to us. All right. Thank you guys again. Go ahead and like the video, leave me a comment below, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you can see more videos on how to apply Neville Goddard's teachings. Thank you.